AM 560, The Answer.
Violent crime actually has been coming down for 3 years, but in particular over the last year, violent crime is coming down.
Well, there's 46 families that would disagree with you, but they're going to vote Democrat whether they know it or not, as you steal the elections and you steal the money. That's J.B. Pritzker. And then you can't help but notice the scandals that are shaken off. I think they're pretty big scandals, and I don't just mean Flager having an entire family and some broad he lives with. I'm talking about these violence interferers, one after the next, all caught selling dope as their violence interferers.
The complaint says Alvarez was paid about $58,000 for gang intervention work recently, but they say he was still an active gang member. They say his cell phone number was tied to numerous recorded calls with other alleged gang members being held in L.A. County Jail.
Damn you, Nixon. Damn you, Richard Nixon. We could have stopped this years ago.
Alvarez was convicted of murder as a juvenile in 2002. He was released last year after serving about half of a 50-year sentence. The feds.
So murder, he gets out and he gets a job and then he's still selling dope and still a member of the gang. Maybe if we only had some religious intervention.
I hear this morning on the news that Donald Trump said he wants to send people who'll solve the gun violence in a month. First of all, the man lies every day. The reflecting pool is good for 50 years.
Again with the reflecting pool. You notice that? Where'd you get your marching orders? From the DNC? They all talk about the same thing. And they don't talk about the reflecting pool when that moron, Barack Obama. And Flager, you knew all about him, right? You knew about him. You knew about the kid that was killed that was in the choir. You knew about the scandal and the mafia guy paying his car payment. You knew about Tony Resco. Did you tell your living broad? Did you tell her about it?
And Iran was going to be...
By the way, Squirrel, I'm not insulting him. It's refreshing to see a Catholic priest that's heterosexual.
...solved in a month. Shut up, Donald. Just send money and restore the money you took away from gun violence prevention for the city of Chicago and across this country.
Yeah, the O'Rourkens need another stream of revenue. And that's all it is.
Say he was also arrested a year ago with a weapon, but remained employed as a city contractor. The councilwoman's office sent us a statement that says Alvarez was removed from the Peace Ambassador program earlier this month and that he's never been a direct employee of the city.
No, he's fine. What about the ones now? Damn you, Nixon and red states.
Chicago police officers have taken more than 24,000 guns, illegal guns, off the streets of Chicago since I've...
How many gangbangers did they arrest and then your justice system, your injustice system, let them back out? How many? Scumbag, you in the Brioni suit with that moron faux hawk that's a little askew. How many?
Taken office. Over 24,000 illegal guns taken off the streets of Chicago since I've been in office. They have worked hard every single day to make our city safer. And they've made historic...
What about the 150 that drive you and your family around? Do they work hard? How about the ones that were behind Ed Burke's house? How about the ones that have watched you steal money in elections for 100 years?
Progress. However, we will never be able to end gun violence in Chicago as long as the president...
Because there's no such thing. There's only scum violence. And the scum is what you're producing over and over again.
Daryl Hassan-Nunu say despite community organizations offering programs throughout the summer, many teens are looking for something different.
I feel like the Boys and Girls Club, the library is not hitting no more. So like they need another form place to like somewhere to go, you know?
They're looking for opportunities outside the ghettos. They're looking to go to an area and not be intimidated by the ghettos that are protected by the Democrats. The Democrats protect the gangs. They run cover. They make certain they never really get arrested for long. So much so, they're proud about putting them on their payrolls as gangbangers, as degenerates.
Administration, these investments aren't necessary to be able to drive economic activity. What's happening right there economically right now? What has happened there for the last several decades? Nothing, zilch, zero, nada. I believe anytime that we can attract private entity to put skin in the game, and then we build out infrastructure that's literally going to generate revenue for generations to come, that's why.
When has he ever succeeded in anything? Never! It's like Rahm Emanuel. who didn't really work in a bank.